Hello my fellow Ians, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Jojo Rarity. And today's video I'm going to be talking about my unpopular opinions about movies and TV shows. So let's talk about Titanic. It isn't the best romantic movie out there and also isn't the saddest for me, also with The Notebook. I know what's the hype about these movies, like the first I watched it, yeah, it's sad, but I think it's not gonna be on my list like the most romantic and saddest movie out there because I know so many other movies that I cry more than these movies. So yeah, I don't really get the big hype about it. I liked Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man. I know many people hated him. I think he did a good job in playing Spider-Man. He did a good job in playing Spider-Man, not really Peter Parker, because he was much of a hipster. He was too cool and like a skater dude. As Spider-Man, he was so funny and really did such a good job in playing him. So The Mortal Instruments are my favorite book series ever. I really love it so much, and it's kind of overlooked because there's so many movies out there like The Hunger Games or like Divergent that's more popular than this one, but it's like my favorite books ever. And also the movie was so good, I think, because of the cast. They're like my favorite characters also. They did such a good job, and then it's also much better than TV show, by the way. And also people agree with me on that also. And I even like it better than the Hunger Games movies, even though I only got one movie, because I think the characters really fit so well, how the actors played them. And I'm just really so sad, but it's the reason why it got cancelled. So I know it got so much hate still because it was so different than the books, I guess. Let's talk about Vampire Diaries. I mean, I really was into vampire stories at the time because of Twilight, of course. So when I heard there's gonna be a TV show about vampires, werewolves, something like that, supernatural things, I was so excited. And then I really loved Stefan and Elena together because I really hated Damon. I actually wanted to watch the show because I love Ian Somerhalder because of Lost, and then I just really hate his character, how he acts and everything. It's just so annoying for me to watch. But then also when they got together, I really hate that show. Actually, it was such a good show in the beginning when the original cast came, and then when they left, it was kind of got bad. And then when Elena and Damon were together, I hated it so much. And also then when she turned into vampire, because I actually liked Elena in fewer seasons, but later on she was so annoying as a vampire and she changed so much. So the only reason I watched the season finale was because I wanted to know how it ends, and it ended badly and really sucked. Let's talk about my favorite TV show, The Walking Dead, and talk about this character, Daryl Dixon. He's such an overweight character. Everyone always talks about him, everyone loves him so much, but for me it's like meh. I mean, I liked him in the beginning, it was kind of funny, but that really favorite character, I don't really care about him that much. I know people love him so much, they watch the show because of him, they won't watch it because of him. They won't watch it if he dies, and it's like just so annoying sometimes because like there's so many better characters out there. Like for example, Aaron is also an unpopular opinion because I think Aaron is a better character than Daryl. And yeah, I watch the show because of so many other characters, not only because of Daryl Dixon. Game of Thrones. I never watched any single episode. Maybe I'm like one of the 1% who didn't watch the show actually. But because like my friend, she watched it before, and then she told me 3 episodes, she didn't like it. And we had the same taste in movies and TV shows, so like I believed her, so I never really want to try to watch it. I mean, sometimes on TV I saw it and I would click it off because like it's not really for me. I feel like it's not a show for me, and feel like I know everything anyway already, like memes, gifs about the show, so it seems like I don't really need to watch it, and I think it's not really a show for me. The X-Men movies are one of my favorite franchises out there, one of my favorite Marvel movies. Even the old ones and the new ones, and even the movies people didn't like for example The Dark Phoenix. I know it got so much hate when it came out, but I love this movie. I loved it better than Apocalypse, by the way, and just love the characters, and just the movie was so good. And I know why people hate on it. I don't know why people always hate on the X-Men movies in general. They're my favorite and my first Marvel movie ever, and that's why I love movies, because of these movies. So it's always gonna be special for me. I'm always gonna love them because it's just so good. I don't know why it always got so much hate the way it did. Let's talk about DC movies, in particular the Suicide Squad, which I really loved. It was just a good movie, and also I loved Jared Leto as the Joker. I think he was such a good character. I mean, there's so many Jokers out there from the comics, so it kind of plays a different Joker that not everyone knows, and anyone can play it differently because there's so many other Jokers out there, and I think didn't have so much screen time in the movie. That's why I don't know so much about him. But I feel like he's so good. I really want him to come back. So I don't know about that because people always hate him so much. But he's just a good Joker in my opinion. I'm not a fan of Iron Man. I mean, even when the movies came out, I was not really a fan of the movies or even the character. And the only movie that I was like, the first time I really got into the MCU was Captain America. So I not really hate Iron Man, but it's not really one of my favorite characters. I was sad, of course, and cried also because I was sad to lose him as one of the Avengers. But yeah, it's not like I hate him. So it's not my favorite character. Let's talk about the biggest franchise out there, the Harry Potter series. I mean the series, the book series and the movies. I watched all of the movies. I read a couple of the books, but I'm not really a big fan. I don't know, maybe I grew out of it. I know people up to this day love this movie so much and always rewatch it and like have merch and everything. But for me, I think Lord of the Rings better. I think Lord of the Rings is kind of like people forget about it, but I think it's also a good franchise. And I don't know. It's like they always make new movies now, Fantastic Beasts and so on, but I feel like it's not really popular anymore for me. I mean, even now I know people still love it so much, but for me, I kind of grew out of this. So another movie I want to talk about is Avatar, because it's like the most famous movie in the entire world, but for me, not really. It was awesome when I watched it the first time in the cinemas, and the first movie I watched in 3D. And then it was so amazing, special effects and everything. I understand why, because they did such a good job. I mean, to create this movie and everything. But I feel like if you watch it again, I watched it again on the TV, and then it kind of got boring for me. It's like you can only watch it once. I mean, there's so many stories also like that, like Pocahontas or Ferngully, something like that. So it's not really such a unique idea. So I'm not really excited for Avatar 2 because I know if I want to watch something like that, I watch Ferngully. It's even better movie than this one. So let's talk about some other movies that people hated and I liked. For example, Venom or The New Mutants. I mean, I had so many bad reviews about it, but when I decided to watch it, I actually really liked the movies. It's like always like that, like people always hate, but I like it. It's just weird, but I think those movies weren't that bad in my opinion. And also like, now talk about the Star Wars movies. I like every single movie actually, except like one of the newest movie, the second part. But I mean, I watched the originals first. I watched everything, even though it's like I watched the Star Wars new movies only, then the old ones. I watched since the beginning, like the original ones. So I was kind of excited when the new ones came out because I was too young. I was not even born, I mean, when the first movie came out. So I wanted to watch in the cinema the new ones, like The Force Awakens and the soundtrack. Everything was so amazing to see on a big screen because when I was younger, I didn't have the chance, of course. So I think I never really hate the movies so much like everyone does. I think there's more unpopular opinions because I always like what people don't like. It's like always the opposite. I don't know, that's why I want to make this video because it makes sense to me. Hate me or love me, I don't care because I have my honest opinion. And yeah, everyone have different opinions, I guess, of course. So I don't judge you for what you like, but that's just my opinions and that's how I think about those things. I think that was it. I always want to do this kind of video because I saw so many YouTubers do that. It was fun. Maybe I'm gonna do something in that in the future when there are like new things, new movies or TV shows to talk about. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please give a thumbs up. Comment down below your unpopular opinions. Do you agree with mine? Or like, what are your opinions about them? Don't forget to subscribe. Also don't forget to put on the post notifications so you know exactly when I upload. I upload every Wednesdays and Saturdays. So see you guys in my next video. Bye.